Yes. That's not for everybody. Two Gazas. Um, yeah, he was. It was funny. Was um, with. I'm assuming. Is it okay for me to assume you're talking about Andrew Van Ginkel? Um, so the information flows on like a need to know basis during the game, and generally, you would find out as a head coach that someone had a broken nose. But with Andrew Van Ginkel, I think it speaks to the prerequisite toughness and kind of the guy he is, because he was just like, all right, gauze it up and let's go. I never knew about it until I saw his face. Have you guys seen him? Oh, it's, I mean, it's too. It was. I mean, so I was like, what happened to him? Oh yeah, he broke his nose. So with Austin, I would say that it's not. I wouldn't. The time frame isn't what Jalen Phillips was, so it's not as severe. However, we're gonna have to see how he progresses during the week. So day to day, I would say, um, with some optimism, but there's a lot of unknown. Then I guess there's a new uh, gradient that you guys could use. Inherently, to me, if you are working a player out before the game, inherently they're close. You know, if you are taking it to the game day and putting them through a workout, for me, that is close enough that you couldn't rule it out. So, as far as how it progresses during the week, we'll take that a day at a time. But I think with the guys that were working out before the game, that in itself lets you know that it's close. Because if it wasn't close, we wouldn't be working them out. Yeah. No, I mean, it's really cool. Like, especially with a player that I have so much history with. I can remember the first time that he had that that I could. He's always had internal confidence because it's the only way you can sustain in the league when everyone tells you you're not good enough. But with the 49ers, I can Green Bay 2018 at Green Bay. I can remember the first time that I saw it click in his eyes that it's not just internal belief. I can have I am a good running back, and here's the tape to show you. I can. The journey has been long, so I'm very invested in his story, and so I just know how many things that he had to, um, how many obstacles or points of adversity he had to persevere through um, to uh, to be here this year, and then on top of that, the season that he's having on top, on the heels of, you know, every single one of you guys were trying to get us to trade for a running back all year, right? No. Um, there's just a lot of talk about like, and that he doesn't bring that up, but you just know that people have ears, so that noise, it's cool for him to have the season he's having. And one thing that I can tell you, just because there has been some individual success stories and some statistics that have garnered, there's just some guys that have been producing, is that the team is really proud of having a hand in it. He knows that it takes 11 people to orchestrate a football run play or pass play on every down, but the team takes pride in it. The team was happy for him. He had a violent spike, but players were aware to, okay, is the ball in the stands or not? Because it was just knowing that was a big deal. So it is about as cool as it gets. Oh, we started two safeties that did a great job. So Is that what you're? No, I'm exhausting, aren't I? The in terms of the guys that were out this game, talking about 21-8, right? We'll continue to take it day by day with Javon. He is. I'm proud of him because he is earning his captainship. He already had earned it, obviously, by his teammates voting for him on consecutive years. But it's a special thing to be a very good player or an elite player at your position in the National Football League. It's another level of it's a different feather in your cap when you're able to make people better when you're not playing. And he was, just a coach on the field all game day. He's been tirelessly trying to get back, so his body will tell him and us when it's ready to go. But I can promise you that he's been as diligent as anyone, really going after that. And then I believe Deshaun cleared concussion protocol already. Not yet. He's been progressing well, and we're anticipating those final stages. But that's again with concussions. Unfortunately, we're well versed in that, and I just want to make sure that he's good to go and don't really worry about a timeline. But very optimistic, as you can tell. It was soft tissue, and it should be day to day. We'll see for this week. Not much. The thoughts are firmly with getting better from this previous game, and as I talked to the team today, I instructed the players to anything other than concern yourself with the next opponent, which for us is the Dallas Cowboys, and any other narrative that has to do with good teams or playoff seeds or the next 3 games, all that stuff. I gave them the clearance to tell all members of the media to, with all due respect, F off. With all due respect. Because all we're focused on is the Dallas Cowboys, and they definitely deserve our attention. So as we clean up our game from the previous, we'll be thinking about that, and the narratives will be what they be, and not really concerned. Know that that's going to exist, but it's really inconsequential for what we're trying to do. No, he's a player that in a year and a half you'd be hard pressed to earn and garner more respect from me as a coach. He's really carved out a very important role for how we do a lot of things, whether that's the in the run game, in pass protection, or converting a critical third down, which he I think he was responsible for 2 first downs. I'm positive one was third, maybe it was a 4th, I don't know. And so he every time he's on the field, he's a big part of what we do. So there's a lot on his plate on a week-to-week basis. He does he goes above and beyond for the team. I sometimes in install I'll try to we'll have a play up in 2 different personnel groups. One, he's the primary target in one personnel group, and in the other personnel group, he's not the primary target. And I'll ask him in front of the group, "Hey, which personnel is better to run this play in?" And he's like, "I think both are great." That's how he approaches everything. He is he's the consummate Miami Dolphin because he is just trying to do whatever it takes for the team to win. Well, yeah, I think obviously he's been a fixture in the National Football League for a while, and that's justified because he's on many different teams found the successful formula to reach them. He's been the head coach of numerous gigantic games, and the only way you do that is if you're adept at your job. And I've been very impressed how he's molded this particular team and this particular franchise into his own. He does a great job with that, and I think one of the big indicators that I always hope to strive for is to have players that believe in you, and every time you hear players talk about them, there's definitely belief behind their eyes and their words. So he's done a great job there. They're a double-digit win football team, so they've and I think they're going through something that 6 days ago we went through. So history has told me that he's going to have his guys ready to play hungry, as well as Coach Quinn and all the guys. Yeah, I think Chris Brooks, he's gotten himself to a pretty good place. So we've watching him on a day-to-day basis. He's rookies especially. You go through a season at the NFL level, and it's so many games. It's so long, but in that, you can see guys that are capable of transitioning from, okay, I'm a rookie. Well, maybe I'm not a rookie anymore. Maybe I'm something in between a rookie and a second-year guy. That maturation, understanding what it takes to execute stuff at the NFL level. He's, guys can depend on him. They trust him, and his strain and effort is something that adds value to the team. So it's a easy decision to have him up, or have him elevate. What is it called? Activate. There it is. I knew it started with a vowel. Then wasn't there another question? Isaiah Wynn. Yeah, I don't like to completely shut the door on anything. What I do know is he's been doing well, and I haven't been really worried about a timeline for both us and him. So it's not really on my radar at this time. I'm not really looking for. I've got enough injuries on the plate, so that what I do know is I see him in his process, and he's going about it diligently. I'd like to see how he develops this week. I'm not going to rule that out. I'm just optimistic that it's going to turn the corner and he's going to feel good. So I'm just watching him do his diligent work as he wants to. He desperately wants to be with his teammates. So I think he's showing them that. Yeah, he another soft tissue. He had an injury in training camp that he showed his teammates that his internal toughness and fortitude. He came back pretty quick, so really it's day to day, but I'm optimistic about him. No, he's just a tough guy that has a high pain tolerance, but is feeling a little sore today. Yeah.